Morning, everybody. It's what day is it? Tuesday. Tuesday. Right. Well, I'm going to start by showing you this, which is slightly kind of concerning, but you'll see what I mean.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
What's happened to Katie O'Neill? I think she's finally gone round the bend. I think lockdown is well, it's getting to all of us, but I think Katie particularly is obviously keeping herself entertained there. So good work, Katie. Good work. I wonder if your kids know, your school kids, not your kids, your school kids know what you're up to. Anyway. So I just noticed that Lisa's on here this morning. So especially for Lisa, I've got a special treat for Lisa today. Hopefully this will work. I don't know, what this background has kind of popped into my mind for some reason today. So I hope you don't mind me kind of using that as our background today, Lisa. So I'll just leave that there for everyone to see for the next few minutes or so. Okay, so what have we got today then? So we have training. So training this morning. What have we got? Let's have a look. Is this going to work? There we go. So training this morning then, same as yesterday. So some kind of 8 out of 10 blocks times 4. I'm running out of gas a bit today. It's not good, is it, on a Tuesday? So yeah, so 6.5 minutes times 4 with the main kind of part of the session today. Kind of 8 out of 10 effort, so sweet spotty. That around kind of the kind of amount of effort that you'd be able to hold for an hour or kind of thereabouts. And we would take it up by 5 watts through each of the 5 blocks. So 4 blocks. So it'd go up by 5 watts each time, just to increase the intensity a little bit, and some recovery after each of those, and then in between some 1-minute full gas intervals. So that's what we did today. I'll leave that on the screen there for a second if anyone wants to grab hold of that and copy that and try that at some point. Or pause it or whatever you want to do. So that was today. So tomorrow we are doing an endurance ride, and we are just going to ride steady for an hour. And we're going to ride steady for an hour because we have Thursday speed and power session, Friday speed and power session, Saturday a race. So we want to go into that run of 3 days with some energy in our legs. So tomorrow is going to be a steady spin and a chat. That's all we're going to do. So don't have a training session as such. We'll just ride along together and have a bit of a good old chat in the morning. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow morning in terms of the training goes. Next up then we have, so this is a request from me actually. So I want some advice and ideas for features for our YouTube channel. All right, so what I'm going to do is put together a Do3 YouTube user group. So what I'll do is create a private group on Slack for that, so we can have a little group going to talk about what we can do to improve the channel and try and get a subscriber count. I'm actually going to get a new gadget, another one, which is going to show our live YouTube subscriber count. We're going to look at that every day and use it as a bit of a motivator to get things up. So work as a team, try and get those numbers up. So hopefully from tomorrow we'll have that. So if you want to be in that user group, it's no pressure. It's just some ideas, and we could toss some thoughts around in there and try and use it as a bit of a little team to see how successful we can make the channel. And ultimately, the idea of the channel is to try and get people engaged in what we do. Try and produce some useful content for people, not just the squad, but the general population, the general world. Instead as well, I should say. So hopefully some of you will be happy to get on board for that. So I'll put a message out about that, and just give me a shout. Let's see who's been popping up on the comments this morning. So we've got Corinne. Morning, Corinne. Seeing Corinne already on the bike this morning, and Stephanie, Lisa. Yeah, I knew Lisa was here. Look, Morning all. Here all for once. I am here for once. I can't read this morning. Just to make you. That's Lisa there. That's Lisa there, just in case anyone doesn't know. There we go, Lisa. Hopefully that's enough embarrassment for you this morning. Morning, Ian. Morning, Anita. Morning, Ben. Morning, Andy. Morning, Russ. How are you, Russ? Russ is one of my pals from the Swim Smooth world. Everyone else laughing. Basically, everyone's laughing at Katie O'Neill. Morning, Pat. I think that's pretty much Jamie and Alison. Good morning, guys. Lots of people on Facebook and lots of people on YouTube this morning. So good to see everybody there. Right, what else have we got? Thank you to Sarah Northover for doing the Meet the Athletes video. Hope you found that useful. Should call her Sarah. I'm just a world champion, Northover. Kind of dropped it in there. I obviously knew Sarah had that in her background and doesn't go around bragging to everybody. But she's a talented athlete, and I'm sure she's going to take that crown back at some point. But yeah, she's an ex-world champion. Or do you stay? Are you always a world champion? I guess you should say you're always a world champion once you've won it. You should always forever be a world champion. So yeah, I was going to say she keeps herself quiet in lane 6, but that's not really true, is it, for Sarah? And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, kit delivery. I'm going to be driving around doing my DHL job. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to do it. Maybe tomorrow. So a load of you have ordered kits. I'm going to drive it all around. I kind of figured it's better me doing it than sending it out into the parcel delivery service and costing a fortune and killing the planet. So I thought if I do it all in one trip, it's probably the best way to do it. So if any of your addresses are incorrect, I get your addresses off the booking system, then let me know, because I don't want to be driving to houses and for it to be the wrong place. I won't be seeing you. I'll be dropping it on the doorstep, giving the door a knock, and then disappearing off. So I want to try and do it on a nice warm day, so it's not going to get drenched if it's raining. All right, so that's the plan. So let me know. The only other thing to kind of mention, there's a couple of things actually to mention. The X Endurance Hydro Sticks. Don't forget there's a deal on those. This is the code BOGOFF. So if you go onto the X Endurance website, search for the Hydro 6. It's buy one get one free. Is what bog off means. If you're not sure, that's the code. All right, so drop that in there. So thanks to those guys for providing that. And what else have we got? We have got just some open water advice that was sent through to me by Corinne just a few moments ago. Obviously, there's more and more open water venues opening up at the moment, and more of you going. So this is the advice. I think it's the advice from British Triathlon. Obviously, you guys can go and swim and do what you like, but the advice should, and it's the same for anybody. It's the same riding the bike, isn't it? It's going out there and being sensible and asking yourself, it's the socially responsible thing to do, especially if you're a newer swimmer, and you may be more likely to get into a bit of difficulty. Just try and take it steady. Okay, the water is cold at the moment. Don't try and overreach or put yourself too far outside of what you're comfortable with doing, because you don't want anyone getting into difficulty, because we don't want to put any additional pressure on the NHS and emergency services. I'm not here to preach. This is just the message that's coming out from British Triathlon. So give that some thought, because we do have to be sensible, and of course only swim, I should say, if you supervise and you're in an area which has got some kind of safety cover there. Don't advise that anyone goes swimming by themselves in any rivers or any lakes or anything like that at the moment, or at all. In fact, there should always be safety cover. Always have someone keeping an eye on you, and ideally have a boat in the water with you so they can get to you quickly. So without meaning to scaremonger too much, it is something that we do need to think about. So we need to be sensible out there. So try and be safe, guys. I think that's it. My mom's popped up to say hello. Morning, Mom. Good to see you on here this morning. And I think that's it. If anyone's got anything else to say, fire in the comments ASAP and it'll come through to me. Failing that, I think that's it for today. Right, so I'll see you. What have we got tomorrow? Let's see if we can get an interview done tomorrow. Let's see if we can get a one-to-one interview going and a Q&A. Q&A's on. When's Q&A? Tuesday. Is that today or tomorrow? I can't remember. We've got a Q&A coming up. And then, of course, 11s is on Thursday. All right, so that's it for today. I shall see you out there somewhere at some point. Okay.